shared experience between the two of us, and possibly, I don't think it was even recorded. To be honest,
Okay.
it might have been. It might have been in the early Patreon days. And Devo, if you feel froggy, go hunting for it. But it was definitely after a show one night. You and Kurt had done a show, whatever, and we were
Oh,
talk. You know where it's going.
I
We were
do know.
talking about something. He goes, "Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go. But before I go, I wanted to tell you guys a story." And we're okay. And Joe's running notes, and I'm finishing something else up. And he starts into the story about traveling for work and this and that. And he named a town and just giving these details like you would and sharing the story with your buddies. And he's going on. And he was at this restaurant and this and that and the other. Da, 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 da. And ultimately, it was this thing where and he describes it. And I'm picturing it in my mind as he's describing it like a Texas Roadhouse style bar / family restaurant that has cows on the wall and dumb stuff, right? And he's like, they had meats hanging up, and basically if you jump and hit it, then that would be your you get it free or something like that. And it's all tracking, like, yeah, no, that sounds like a kitschy thing these places do, like a food challenge, that kind of stuff. He goes, I tried. I'm laughing at him. I'm like, because you're short, man. He's like, I tried, but the stakes were too high. And it was legitimately a 3 to 5 minute story to land the dumbest bad dad joke that caught me by surprise. Joe and I lost it. We're invested in the story at that point. We kind of stopped what we're doing. Like, yeah, did you win? Did you do what'd you do, man? And it was the stakes were too high. I'm like, I hate you. I mean, he got it. He got me. I had to say, you got me. It was funny, but I was so angry.
I like to think
So
that that's what
angry,
inspired some of Devo's speak pipes, where
Yeah, I
he
think so.
did stories that turned into bad dad jokes on you.
Because Devo's got me once or twice. I mean, there was that era, and I'm always prepared for it, but I'm glad we're out of it. I took my headphones off. So like the second Devo would start telling the story, I still do it from time to time. Like he'll start telling the story, and I'll grab him. I'm waiting.
You got that nervous tick.
Because Kurt got me, and he tried once or twice other, but he really just leaned into the waka waka crap, because he knew that was easy and funny. But Devo has definitely tried to snake eyes me a couple of times. I'm like, I'm gung ho, baby. You can't sneak up on me. Let's do this. So what do you remember along those lines for Kurt? Like something that made you nerd out? Like he recommended something to you and you nerded out about, or that kind of joke? What?
I'm having trouble coming up with something specific. Just there were some different things that he would just get us talking and going, and I don't know. It was always great to have a conversation with Kurt. But as far as specifics, I'm blanking right now.
Like your wife's food. Gotcha. You said it. Don't make an O face at me. So, all right. So, here we go. Anime. You and I were at Stellarfest. You were on a panel about time loops.
I was.
Which was an interesting panel, for sure. I found it more enjoyable. Joe and I go to each other's panels, unless there's something we absolutely want to go see. We go to each other's panels because sometimes in some of these cons, we might be one of two people in the audience. And, it's not fun that way. And also, we got nothing better to do than stalk each other. So I just went along with him because he's on a panel about this. I found it way more interesting than I thought I would because I just hadn't paid that much attention to it in the first place. And the suggestions that they came up with, about half of them I'd seen, like, oh yeah, no, that's a good one. I like that. That's a great one. And they recommended, or did you recommend Erased, a town without me?
We all did. Yeah.
You all did. Okay. I started watching.
Now, did you watch the anime or the live action?
Anime. I'm on the anime on Hulu. I'll go to the live action after because I am curious to see how they did it. But I started with the anime because it was, and that's another thing I love about the Stellarfest Conjuration family is they come with references. They don't just go, oh, this is a great thing to talk about it. Some go a little too far, as Joe will attest, when they talk about How to Train Your Dragons and they get drunk beforehand. They try to play the movie live for people. We're like,
that was such a disaster.
Yeah, that's a little too much. But every one of these, they'd already done the research and said, like Joe does, honestly, it's your type of nerdity, man. I like it. Whenever we reference something here, if I bring something to it, he will go make in our notes where you can find it. Netflix, Hulu, Disney. He'll usually try to say it on the show. They did that. So yeah, they had said, since I saw that it was on Hulu, I'm like, yeah, I'll check it out. I find it very interesting. I am at the point, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but we are just past the arc of the first girl.
Okay. All right.
I think it's as
So,
vague as I can
so
make it
for
without
yeah,
messing.
so for those who have no idea what you're even talking about at all,
yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Erased, like you
See,
said,
I'm
you
the
can,
wise, he's the nerdy.
you can watch the anime on Hulu. You can watch the live action on Netflix. There's debates on which one follows the source material better, but most people say that the live action, ironically, follows it better. But they're both, up until the very end, they're almost beat for beat. So they're both good. It is a story where a character, the main character, he has an ability, sort of, because, and I say sort of because he doesn't really control it. Where something bad happens, and he will pop back in time to a point in the timeline where he can fix the bad thing that's about to happen.
Which, to be honest, they deal with that for all of 5 minutes at the beginning of the show.
Oh yeah,
like it's a very quick. Hey, I don't know why this happens, but this happens. They kind of show it happening, and then we go nuts.
Yeah. And so right off the bat, it's him monologuing about his ability while he is delivering a pizza, because that's what his job is. He's on a moped, he's delivering a pizza, and as soon as he's done explaining his ability, he pops back to earlier in the road, and so he starts frantically looking left and right because he knows that there's something bad's about to happen that he can prevent. And he ends up spotting a truck driver who appears to be unconscious or something. He's driving erratically, and in front of the truck driver are these kids that are about to cross the road. And so he's able to basically run the truck off the road and prevent
by sacrificing his health.
He ends up in the hospital. And so he's able to prevent that.
It took Joe longer to explain it than they give you to watch it in the show. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta pay attention. They're gonna skip over this real fast because I'm used to the anime using like 3 episodes to set everything up, and then it takes off. I'm like, oh, we're getting right into it. All right, let's go.
Yep. Yeah, and the next time that he jumps back, he and I won't spoil the precipice or anything like that, but he jumps back to being a kid. And so I think he's late 20s at the beginning, and he jumps back to being like
29.
8.
He makes a reference about being 29. Yeah.
And so so he jumps back to being like 8 or 9 or something like that. And so whatever the bad thing that just happened, he knows that he has to be far back in the past to fix it. He doesn't know how, and that's part of it. It's a bit of a mystery. It's almost like a crime mystery show.
Yeah, it does seem like it got inferred because, again, a very short jump from A to B. But it's like him having a traumatic experience, like watching a kid get hit by a truck triggers it in him. And yeah, there's a majorly traumatic incident that, man, it's, I mean, in the way of like watching a crime procedural on TV for adults, it's mature that way. I wasn't quite anticipating that, of just some of the when I say serious tones, it's almost like it's written for live action. They just drew over it and animated some things, and I am finding it very interesting.
Yeah, I will warn anyone who, when it comes, because some people get very specific when it comes to time travel.
Oh,
they play loose and fast, and there's not really solid set of rules. And so, if that's going to bug you, skip it. Just to be honest, because they do not have set definitive rules. This is how stuff happens. So
I'm I don't want to talk about it here, of course, but I'm kind of guessing some things I don't want to put out because you'll, one way or the other, you'll show me a yes or a no to it. So I'll just wait. I want to be surprised. But yeah, no, there's some things that have happened already that I'm like, how's that gonna affect the future? With, and yeah, it's very, so far, like you said, hand wavy is the term. Like, it gets you interested into the crime and the procedural. And, oh my God, you're riding there with him. You're not thinking about the rules of time travel or split timelines or anything like that. But I'm found it fun.